began.
204 control. I saw a structure gate open.
Thank you. Y'all have a nice day. Good day. Have a good day, Miss McKay.
At the crack of dawn, it's a long walk across the prison compound on their way to work for these ladies, but it's all about building their future. Among them, Yvonne Stevenson Powell. She says she has a new lease on life thanks to her private industries job.
I'm 51 years old, and this is my first job that I have ever held longer than 30 days in my entire life.
Working the past 2 years for a private industry partner, Stevenson Powell has learned 3 things: how to sew,
Make this shoulder harness. I gotta put some pieces on it.
how to fix machines, and how to get along with people.
Everybody comes in here. Some mornings you get 5 people with a bad attitude. They've had a bad night or bad week or things in their life transpire, and you cannot yell at those people. You have to be as understanding as possible. And sometimes you feel like a mental health worker, but I have learned to answer people. I have learned to just listen. Some days people just need to get it off, and they do.
That combination of soft skills added with technical skills of any job are what employers of today's workforce are looking for, which is the main benefit for all KDOC residents who work with private industry partners.
This isn't like a normal factory job, because in normal factory jobs you work your 8 hours and then you go home to your families. We go back home with the people that we're working beside, so we have to get along. And I think it really works on our communication, our team building, learning how to problem solve. I mean, it's actually pretty great. But I mean, sometimes a little bit more difficult than others, working next to someone and it's a rough day and then you go back and you sleep beside that same person. So it's, it's a little bit more complicated.
They have an opportunity in that environment. It's an enclosed environment, an 8-hour day, a work day with a lunch break and those kinds of things. Production expectations, real world performance standards, and those kinds of things, which helps a lot of women here who can't work outside the fence to have an opportunity to reestablish themselves in terms of some work skills and some work habits and some work ethic kinds of things.
Part of the work being done at TCF is creating products used in the healthcare industry, which can have its ironical twist.
My dad had a kidney transplant, so I was like, hey, I was just working over at the catheter bags, maybe you used it, you know? And he was like, awkward. Yeah, so.
But in all seriousness, because the products can be delicate in nature, the details to make them are precise and accurate.
We just had a product development lady down and she was like, wow, this place is so fast-paced, these ladies are getting it. And yeah, our efficiency numbers are better than the other plants, our margins are better than the other plants.
And all of these things help our residents to develop a pride in the fact that I have this job and I get up every day and I go to work and I get rewarded for this financially. And we have had a number of those 70 women who have paid all their restitutions, all their fees, all their fines. Many who've paid off child support and other debt that they brought with them, which quite frankly on a standard release can be an absolutely crushing weight and forces oftentimes people into bad habits or old habits and re-enters them into the systems.
I'm not a burden anymore, and that's a huge help. That's a huge lift off of our shoulders. We can help our communities, we can do lots of different things, and it just, it's pretty wonderful. It's pretty wonderful, the burden that's lifted from us.
I've been able to do things. I've been able to help take care of my mom because she's elderly. Every once in a while, send somebody a Christmas present or a birthday present. Those are things I have never done. Those are things I've never done legally. So to be able to do it legally, I'm good. I'm good.
What's also good for Stevenson Powell is knowing that she has a good paying job waiting for her whenever she gets out, which likely is in another 2 years.